As the sun slowly climbed toward the middle of the sky, John continued driving along Route 66, with a growing sense of mystery occupying his thoughts. The small town he had reached seemed like the perfect backdrop for an old story, and he was eager to explore what it might reveal. John arrived in the town, where the narrow, gravel-paved streets and the old buildings exuded a sense of history. He decided to stop at a small local café that looked like it might hold the town's stories. He entered the café, where the warmth inside contrasted with the cold weather outside. The waitress greeted him with a friendly smile and asked, "Hello, how can I help you today?" "I need some information about Route 66, particularly about a girl named Amy," John said, laying out the list of inquiries he had prepared. When he mentioned Amy's name, he noticed the waitress froze for a moment. A look of surprise and concern crossed her face. "Amy?" she asked hesitantly. "That's an old name, and it's connected to a story from the past." John asked with curiosity, "Can you tell me more about this story?" With hesitant steps, the waitress began to recount the tale. Years ago, there was a major accident on this road in which a group of people disappeared. Among them was a young girl named Amy. No trace of the victims was ever found, and as time went by, stories spread about Amy's spirit appearing in the area. The waitress told John that the accident had been accompanied by a series of unexplained events, and some town residents believed that Amy was still searching for someone to help her solve the mystery of her disappearance. She expressed her deep concern and advised him to be cautious. John felt that this story went beyond what he had read in the book. He thanked the waitress and decided to explore the town further. He headed to a local historical center known for its collection of old town stories and archives. When John entered the historical center, he was greeted by the curator, who seemed enthusiastic about assisting any visitor interested in the town's history. The curator led John to the archives room, where old files and documents were neatly arranged on the shelves. John began sifting through the documents and old photographs. He found a detailed report about the accident that had occurred years ago. The report contained harrowing details about a car that vanished in a remote area and included witness testimonies from those who had been at the scene. Among the documents, John found a recent photo of Amy. The girl he had seen that night was the same person in the picture. As John examined the files, he noticed additional details in the accident report, such as diagrams of the crash site and information about the weather conditions. He also found references to a local party that had been held on the same night, which added complexity to the story. John called on some town residents who were familiar with the accident. He discussed everything he had discovered with them, and they began to share conflicting stories about that night. One witness said they saw a car stop at the accident site, while another confirmed seeing a strange light shimmering in the distance. As John listened to these accounts, he felt that there was something mysterious about the story. The incidents described by the witnesses seemed inconsistent and appeared to hide more details. He asked the witnesses to accompany him to the accident site, hoping to find something that might help solve the mystery. John arrived at the site, which was unusually quiet and dark. Thick trees obscured the moonlight, adding to the eerie atmosphere. He began searching for any clues or signs that might be present, feeling a sense of unease. While inspecting the site, John discovered old marks on the ground, indicating where a car might have stopped. He also found old footprints that could be very old. He felt that something was missing, but he wasn't sure what. At that moment, John heard a faint sound behind him. He turned quickly but saw no one. Feeling a pang of fear, his determination remained steadfast. He decided to continue searching, knowing that each discovery could bring him closer to solving the mystery. As he continued his search, he found something unexpected. There was a small box buried beneath the soil. When he opened it, He found a collection of old letters and photographs he had never seen before. The letters contained details about Amy's life and the relationships she had before the accident. John decided to take the box to the historical center for analysis. He had a feeling that these letters might reveal more about what happened that night. As he prepared to leave the site, he looked toward the horizon, feeling that the road ahead was still filled with secrets waiting to be uncovered.